There we go. For keeps competition. Raffle is closed. All right. Let's draw a winner. Bam. Celandine. Celandine, you have won the challenge slot. You up for it? All right. I'll give you a little bit to get ready. As a reminder to everybody, as far as the format goes, I'll pop into the Proving Grounds in just a second. Celandine will have a chance to challenge me. I don't put any cards up. I don't, mask anything. So I request anybody who challenges me to minimize the stream, to mute it. Just be a gentleman or a gentle lady about it. And best of luck. Yeah. Go ahead and pop into the Proving Grounds. And let me clean up some of my notifications here. Status, get rid of that. Announcement. Yeah. Well, let's see here. If Celandine gets knocked out, how many attempts for the night? That's a good question, Nine Clouds. It depends on how fast it happens. I, in the past, have done a couple. Usually no more than 2. Because there is a lot on the line, and the more and more attempts, I want to try and keep it reasonable so many people can get a chance to do it, but not like I sit here challenging people all night kind of affair. So yeah, I might do another one, is the short answer to that. So, good luck, have fun. No, nobody has seen Deck 3 yet, Nine Clouds. Not yet. Closest anybody has gotten is to keep 2. Furthest anybody has gotten is to keep 2. It's pretty, there have been some close calls, but I think only 2 people so far have gotten to Deck 2. I think I've challenged 5, 6 people so far, maybe. Actually, a little bit more than that, because some nights I do too. So. The gauntlet's held up so far. So, for those of you who have seen this deck before, you have an idea. I do like the flavor, the delicious flavor, so there are hints for those observant ones among you in the names. This deck, this keep is called Thousand Cuts. Perhaps you can have an idea about how it intends to win. I'd also say that this deck has killed somebody by turn 4 or 5. If it gets its draw, it draws the nuts. This hand is a little bit more mild. This is a less ambitious hand, but it gets started. It's a decent way to get started. Yep, Cepheid has the right of it. Nobody's seen Deck 3. So it looks like our opponent, Celandine, gaining health again. Making our lives a little bit more difficult. That's okay, we're not in a huge hurry. Now we did pull a Master Theory Crafter. You see some sweet, sweet alternate art there. I did manage to pick up one of the collector's tiers. I'm a Kickstarter backer. Delicious. We're gonna take one. Start out with a vicious poke in the eye by our opponent. It's so mean. So let me talk about those dual shards for a moment while our opponent is using them. I think they are really, really good, but they have a major downside, which people don't always consider. I don't like running them. I actually like mono shard decks whenever I can get away with it. I will, of course, run the other versions when I can, when I need to. But you lose so much tempo. You'll note, Curse of Oblivion. No! Monster! Ew! No! Alright. So he managed to kill all of my other Samsons. Yuck. Yuck. Oh. That's alright. That's alright. He's still alive. We still got this. Until he murders him. Until he murders him dead. Oh, I hope not, Nine Clouds. I hope this guy stays alive. All my other guys. In the void. Just chilling. Like babies. There will be repercussions. So what I'd really like here is a 4-cost artifact. We'll see what we happen to draw. In the absence of, I have ways, and ways. Yes. We'll play the Doppelgadget. We'll use the Crackling Bolt. Kaping. And then we'll make sure that Righteous Paladin dies, because we don't want to deal with that. The damages? Nah, I want to save the Bolt. This is removal that my opponent knows exists. Bolt is removal that my opponent can maybe sort of guess. But I want the Doppelgadget out. The longer this guy is up and alive, the better it is for me overall. Now, actually, just thinking about this, attacking with him was probably the wrong move. I mean, it was lucky my opponent didn't have a repel, but that was kind of a mistake. Just a little bit. I would prefer that he's alive as long as possible, especially that now that I only have one copy of him in the deck. The Doppelgadgets will transform into an Ivory Pawn, and that's 4 damage every turn. So, yep. Could have been very sad there for a moment, Seraph. Thankfully, I managed to hold on. Looks like our opponent will continue to gain life. It's a little bit annoying. Start making sure 1001 cuts goes through. So yeah, my opponent plays Corrupt Harvester, which probably wouldn't have done. Let's accept. Turn that into an Ebony Pawn. Yep. We'll play the Shard. Use the Crackling Bolt. And we deal 8 damage to our opponent. Poor Celandine. All the answers, indeed. This deck does run a lot of answers. That is a Dead Harvester. And I intend to swing only one resource open, no longer have to fear the repel. You're absolutely right, Nine Clouds. That's an Inner Conflict. Okay. That is not the worst form of removal that could have been done on Samson. Now, I do have the Master Theory Crafter in hand. I am not actually going to play it. Why? My opponent is Blood and Diamond. Extinction is a thing. I'm in a position where, unless my opponent does something drastic, I win in 2, maybe 3 turns. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this current board state. I don't need to be really aggressive and do anything. I could kill that with my charge power. In fact, I think I might, just to prevent life gain. And now my opponent is on a 1-turn clock. Yeah, so for those of you who are new to the channel, this is 1000 Cuts. They're usually more little one plinky damage things going on. We happen to be a little bit lucky with an early Samson that hasn't been removed. Good game. Poor Celandine. Poor Celandine. What are the Theory Crafter's stats? Theory Crafter, I believe, is a 2/2, but it has a major socket. And it gives that socket's ability to the 3/3 Warbot that it produces. All right. So that was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. So you know what? I think I will go ahead and open up the raffle once again. Give me a moment. Get that announcement up. And we will reset. So, if you guys are interested, feel free to enter. Exclamation point. 4 keeps. And Celandine, if you want to go ahead and do a second round, feel free. You're allowed to enter into the raffle as many times as I put it open. So. I'll go ahead and put a 2-minute timer on that. Go ahead and start. And at the end of that timer, I'll pull it. So if you want to go ahead and challenge the keeps, exclamation point, 4 keeps. No, let other play. That's fine. Sounds good. Oh, but keep at it, Celandine. Keep at it. I mean, that's what I envisioned when I designed this giveaway competition thing, was that people would fight, they might lose, they'll watch other people play, they'll fight, they might lose. But, you know, whether people get far or not, you get to see more and more of the deck, you get your own experience playing against the deck, and hopefully people have fun trying to figure out how they're going to beat all three. So, it's intended to be done multiple times by multiple people. And so far it's been pretty robust. I think one of the challengers who got pretty far was running a net deck of one of the undefeated VIP tournament decks. That one got to deck 2, but it didn't beat deck 2. I just got a good hand. That's true, Celandine. I did get a pretty good hand. And unfortunately, you had a little bit of a difficult one. That is a bit of a downside of this particular format. Some variation is difficult to play against. Yeah. Ah, Grimshaw entering in the last second. Awesome. All right. Raffle is closed. 4 viewers entered. Let's go ahead and draw somebody. 9 Clouds. Congratulations. You have won a chance to challenge and play for keeps. Shall we dance? Sounds good, 9 Clouds. See you there. All right. Whew. Keep 1. 1,000 cuts. Challenge from 9 Clouds. Let's accept. Will there be a third? I don't know, Seraph. We'll see. I'll think about it. I have to see. It's already 10 my time. Yeah, it does depend a little bit on how long it takes. I also would kind of like to do a second draft, so we'll see. Alright, our opponent, mulliganing down to 6. Looks like we are playing against Dwarven Dreams. Go ahead and play a War Machinist to start out. Good luck! Best of luck to 9 Clouds. Not too shabby a hand. I would prefer a couple more shards. There's a chance I'll be choked out here, resource-wise. And that could be quite a good thing for our opponent. But, you know, in the meantime, we will play the Ruby Shard, play a Sapphire Charge, get some of those cuts going. Snip, snip. And then we attack. War Machinist doing work. I like this card. I think there's so many cool things you can do with it, from those crazy Gambit decks where people run Machinist and then try to Gambit it out to cause mayhem and deal, what, like 30, 40 damage in one hit. No, that's fine, Celandine. I don't mind being the bad guy. Go 9Cloud indeed. I'll put on my bad guy hat. Oh, I should actually get a hat. It can be my bad guy hat. Is Teemo a bad guy hat? I guess so. That doesn't fit. We'll experiment. We'll experiment. For now, let's just get rid of that. No good. None of those. There we go. And another blink. Actually, what I really want, I don't know if anybody's seen these, but there are apparently these Japanese hats that look like a dinosaur is eating your head. I kind of want one of those. We'll see if I can find one. That would be an awesome bad guy hat. But he's so adorable. Scheme. Ooh. There are plans afoot. Oops. That was incomplete smiley face. Whoopsies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like our opponent is stuck on 2. That's not good. Aha! Aha! Resources! Yes! So let's go ahead and play the turreted wall. Blinkety plonk. And we attack. The Sapper's Charge does make it difficult. Not only that, we also have the charge power from Farney and Ruby Lance that our opponent doesn't know about. Might have a little bit of removal. Just a little bit. Buccaneer coming down. Okay. Alright. Causing us a little bit of distress. No? I'm actually fine with that. Hopefully we'll get another resource. If we don't, we can always play the Samson. But a resource now would just mean more damage from the Machinist, which I am perfectly happy to do. And indeed, that's a Ruby Shard. Turreted Wall. Let's play that again. Blink. Blink, blonk. And I'll just hold on to this. There's no need for extra using our removal. We'll just sit pretty. Turreted Wall can block the Buccaneer all day. If our opponent puts out something truly scary, like, say, another one of those Ancestors Chosen, then we can get rid of it. But for now, that is an Eldritch Dreamer. Yuck. Alright, well, our turreted wall is still there. So, 1 damage to our opponent. We play our resource, and I am going to drop this. Do I use the Sapper's Charge here? No, I do not. Let's kill the Eldritch that way. Kaboom! This is a little bit risky. Our opponent isn't playing any kind of mass board wipe. You really only see that in Ruby and Blood. So I feel relatively safe doing this. Stormcloud. Stormcloud. Yuck. Ooh, Ebony Pawn. Oh no! Our opponent was waiting for that. Verdict of the Ancient Kings. Ew. Ew, I say. Sap it, end of turn. I kind of like that idea, Seraph, but I am actually going to hold on to this. Stormcloud is not that scary unless our opponent can gain a lot of charges. I don't care if he flies over. We're going to win this exchange in the number of turns he needs to actually build up the charges to win anything meaningful. I mean, I suppose my opponent could have a secret crackling bolt, I suppose, toss down a ruby and use that, but in its absence, yeah, scheming things, that's fine. Scheming is schemes. But for now, no charges on it means it's not worth getting rid of. And Sapper's Charge is 3 damage to my opponent's face if need be. Oh man, I think this is game. This will be 4 damage. So that'll bring our opponent to 5. Hey there, Sato! Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Rawr! And we attack. Because why not? It's game next turn. That is a 4 keeps match, Sado. Or Sad. That is a 4 keeps match, Sad. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Sad. But you know what? You know what? If you haven't heard, I am implementing a way that you can use your in-game current or in-stream currency, Bronto bucks, to challenge the keep. So if you, yeah, as Celandine pointed out, you can use Bronto bucks. I'll do a call for people who want to enter. I'll probably make it a ticket giveaway, so you can buy multiple tickets to increase your chances of getting in. Yeah. That's true, I'm curious too, Nine Clouds. What were you scheming? Mastery of time, oh. That would have been scary. That would have been pretty scary there. Oh.